The late MDC leader Morgan Tsvangirai's son, Vincent, has revealed he was behind MDCT Secretary General Douglas Mwonzora's bid to land the MDCT presidency, while dismissing the ambitious politician's challengers as liars. In a letter shared, the youth legislator labels the presidential contenders Elias Mudzuri and the acting leader Khupe as liars for what he perceived as fake love for his late father. The MDCT is set to hold its extraordinary Congress, the EOC, this month for purposes of electing a substantive leader to replace Tsvangirai just over 2 years after his said passing from colon cancer. The defiant Glenview South lawmaker had no kind remarks for Mudzuri, whom he said had a tendency of sleeping during party meetings, yet promising to re-energize party structures. He bases his support for Mwonzora on his principles and similar traits to his father, who led the original MDC in 1999 upon its formation. I support Douglas Mwonzora for president of the MDCT because I believe in his vision for the party and the country. DM is a politician who reminds me a lot of some of my late father's attributes. He's strategic in his planning and he's not selfish. He is seen as both a brotherly and fatherly figure by supporters, famously known as Mukomadagi. He is kind but firm. He is principled and he is not corrupt, he said. Speaking his mind, Vincent Tsvangirai added that he was disgusted by Khupe's continued claims that she was in good books with his late father, while her reputation has been dented beyond repair for someone vying for opposition leader. Tsvangirai said, now, while Khupe may have had good qualities here and there, her reputation the last 6 to 7 years has undoubtedly become unbecoming of someone who wants to become the president of a democratic party. She rebelled against the MT and showed no sign of respect to her president, going as far as to point her finger in his face and shouting at him using his fist. The lie that she peddles, saying she said a nice relationship with Morgan Tsvangirai even to his death, always leaves a bitter taste in my mouth and reminds me why politicians are always viewed in bad light. Tsvangirai dumped the Nelson Chamisa-led MDC alliance, which won him his parliamentary seat following the death of Wimbai, another Tsvangirai sibling who died in a car crash. The Supreme Court in March this year nullified Chamisa's leadership of the main opposition, declaring the politician used unconstitutional means to land the top opposition job. The court ordered MDC to revert back to the party's 2014 structures to choose a substantive leader to the late former Prime Minister. In his letter, Vincent goes on to dismiss Mudzuri's claims that Tsvangirai left the party in his hands before Chamisa's palace coup. Like Chamisa, Mudzuri peddles the lie that Tsvangirai left him the MDCT. He forgets that MDC is a democratic party where a leadership position is not left to a particular person but is democratically elected. He likes to call himself a unifier but exposes himself as a hypocrite when he and his people